This is topic 3.3, integration by substitution, question 1c. So here we have our expression, the indefinite integral of minus 6 sine 8or cos to the power of 4 8or dr. First step is always pick a u. Here I'm going to show you me making a mistake and spotting why it doesn't work. I'm going to intentionally pick the wrong u. As I said, you can pick any u you want, but you'll see what happens if I pick u equals sine of 8or. So that's fine. And then if I do my du dx, or in this case du dr, my derivative of sine is cosine. And of course we have to derive 8or as well, which derives to 8. So 8 cos 8or. Okay, now the problem with this, next step, bring over my dr. 8 cos 8or dr. Let's check what I have. Up here I've got cos to the power of 4 8or dr. Here I've got cos 8or to the power of dr. And it's not really going to work, and I'll show you why. Even if I bring back over my 8 and I have cos of 8or dr, I'm not able to replace it for the reason that this is to the power of 4. So I'd have to do some fancy stuff. I'd have to do all of this to the power of 4 as well to make it the same, and that's just very, very messy altogether. So it's okay to make that mistake, pick the wrong u, just spot that things aren't working out, and then go back and check again. So I'll just clean that up, I'll pause, and I'll begin again with the correct u. So this time I'll pick my u, and I'll let my u be sine of 8or. I get my derivative of that, next step, du dr. Remember, you also have to derive the 8or, so it'll be 8. Now the derivative of sine is, apologies, I just did the same thing wrong twice. Sorry, I meant to say cos 8or. Okay, so the derivative of cos is minus sine. So it's going to be a minus, but I also have to derive the 8or. So it'll be minus 8 sine 8or. Next step as usual, I'll bring my dr over. Minus 8 sine of 8or dr. And I'll check what I need to change. So up here I have sine 8or. Now it's 6 sine 8or. I don't have minus 8 sine 8or. So it's not much use to me really. So what I might do is I might bring my 8 back over. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the minus over as well. I absolutely don't have to do that because my minuses would end up cancelling. But I'll just do it just for the sake of it. You can do it either way. So du over minus 8 is sine 8or dr, which I can now see is what I have in my equation here. Sine 8or and dr, and that can be replaced by du over minus 8. So I'm going to rewrite my equation, my next step. So I have my integral. I'm going to bring my minus 6 in front, as I usually do to keep it tidy. Now I have got my cos to the power of 4 8or, which is just going to be u to the power of 4. And instead of sine 8or dr, I can just put in du over minus 8. Okay, now you can continue from there if you wish, but I think it's no harm to bring out our minus 8. So I've got minus 6 over minus 8 times the integral of u to the power of 4 du. Now you can simplify your fraction now or at the end, it doesn't matter. But first of all, minus divided by minus is a plus, and 2 divides into both of them. So it breaks down to 3 over 4 times the integral of u to the power of 4 du. Now we're ready to integrate. 3/4 and the integral increase the power by 1, divide by the new power. And I'll save my plus c to the end. Now we need to put in what u is, and u is the cos of 8or. So it's 3/4 times cos of 8or to the power of 5, but remember in trig we put a power of 5 there, all over 5. Last step, we have two fractions multiplying, so you multiply the top by the top and the bottom by the bottom. So it's 3 times cos to the power of 5 of 8or, all over 4 fives, which is 20.